Hey guys, this is Fintroll1984 and on my road to a 10 KD I just arrived at 9.80. 9.80 guys, we're almost there, we're almost at a 10 KD. If you're new to my channel, be sure to watch my previous videos where I explain everything. And one detail I always get comments about is my win-loss ratio, and I will explain this to you with proof in about 1 minute from now. And what you need to remember is that this KD is based on very low deaths. I don't even have 1600 deaths yet, so I think this is also the lowest number in the world. So if your objective is to get 0 deaths, you need to hunt. I started out camping until I reached 7.5, but ever since I kept the kill streaks low and advanced into hunting, which is ultimate camping. And this means that you only use the most reliable weapons and equipment to help you out. You only play on safeguard and you can never ever join matches in progress. So let's dive into this, because the BRM has been my best friend for 5 months now. This machine is the correct and appropriate answer to spawn trappers, and it was useful until the DLC came out. But ever since the DLC I use the ICR, and look at the monstrosity of the ICR, ladies and gentlemen, a 23 KD. Did you ever see that before in your life? This puppy can be compared to the BAL-27 in Advanced Warfare. Speaking of which, you will see me die plenty of times in about 2 minutes from now. But compared to the rest of the reliable guns, the ICR is my favorite any day of the week. I also have a decent kill death ratio with my other weapons, but for number 3 you can't go without the cooldown. And the second thing you need after your trustworthy guns of choice is lethal equipment. I suggest the bear traps, using a trip mine and a shock charge combined, because about 25% of my total kills are a direct cause of a well-placed bear trap. If you are not convinced or you don't know how to use them properly, you can take a look in the tip section of my channel for a little tutorial, and I will promise you a lot of kills with it. You just make sure that you use Hardwired and the Sixth Sense as your 2 perks of choice. So now it's time to jump into the issue of my win-loss ratio. When you go on a super high KD, you can't join games because it gives you an insecure spawn position and you will die instantly. You didn't make this mess, your teammates did, and they can clean it up themselves. So this is me trying to find a lobby to start a match, and I don't want to play in this match. So I'm gonna press quit game now, and look at this message. Have you read it? This game counts as a loss. Even though I didn't play in it, it's a loss for me. So this explains my low win-loss ratio, because I have to back out of 9 games before finding a match that is not in progress yet. So with that issue finally out of the way, it's time to jump into some gameplay. Now before I start doing my commentary, I will remind you of the fact that you receive a free new weapon on Advanced Warfare if you go and play 1 game now. They added the AK-47 to the supply drops, but you get it as a guaranteed part of your supply drop if you play 1 game. And because of this, I chose to take my lady out for a try, even though I didn't have attachments yet, and see how well we could do after playing this game 3 times in 5 months. So I decided to upload this gameplay no matter what. Now last time I explained my general frustration towards Activision's black market and some decisions that Treyarch made. So today it's Sledgehammer's turn to get sacrificed for the greater good. First, let me tell you what Glenn Schofield and his minions did right, which is engineering the Black Ops 2 hit detection system into this game, try to take Call of Duty into a new and innovative perspective, and allow players with low profile not to be spotted by the UAVs. So when I played this game, I actually felt like shooting enemies on Black Ops 2, at least in my opinion. The hit detection was off sometimes because of the matchmaking system and the connection, but you can end up with a nice kill streak. Now certainly if you use the suppressor on the BAL-27 and you were running low profile, so the 2 opposite situations were there. An EXO TDM playlist and a classic playlist. Now it was very nice to switch it up and to be able to have a choice, but in a few months time Sledgehammer pulled the classic playlist and replaced it with classic mosh pit. Not a good idea, Sledgehammers, not a good idea. Pitchforks were raised just like baseball bats and people stopped playing. They just stopped, they just said no. So 3 weeks later, classic TDM was added once again. And why? because this was just too much. I remember the first 2 days when I had to reset my PS3 13 times. 13, because my screen kept freezing over and over again. And then when I could finally play without lag, I just didn't feel like Call of Duty. Like, I just didn't feel like playing a game that has anything to do with Call of Duty, and it still doesn't. But now I'm on PS4, so it's a bit better. But do you remember the mini-map, guys, in the beginning? Do you remember? I couldn't look at it because I would get epileptic on this. The constant jumping, the noise of it all, everyone using low profile, this was insane. I wasn't able to orientate myself, and that was a problem that still remains today. People can come, they can pop up everywhere, they can come from every general direction, everywhere, but most of all, in your back. I also felt right away that this exosuit business would wear down my controllers really fast. So there's this issue, and also the fact that you need to buy a scuff controller to do better on this game. So if you look at it from a money perspective, they were right. But they divided the COD community with this movement system into those who spend and those who don't spend. Which brings me to the supply drops. Why, oh why, sledgehammer? When I hear the word sledgehammer, I think of a 30-pound hammer that gorillas use to smash concrete. But on this game, it makes you think about a needle and a sewing machine to create all of your desired look in both a fashionable yet lifelike style. This is the new era of Call of Duty fashion, as seen by the creators of this wondiferous show. Get out of here. Get out of here. Seriously. They should have never brought it, and you should have never bought it. I didn't buy it once, and except for the Obsidian Steed, the HBR Insanity, and the ASM1 Speakeasy, I basically traded all my gear in exchange for XP points. And the sad part about this is that people get addicted to this. So they will spend almost all of their money on this, and it's just devastating. And actually, seriously, Activision, this needs to stop soon. The supply drop bullshit, it needs to stop. You need to give people better chances of getting good things, or else you should just ask money for what they want to buy. Now, more general problems of this game are, for instance, the Nemesis problem and also the revenge problem. Now, because Call of Duty has worked with Nemesis before, like in Black Ops 1, it's the enemy that killed you the most in one game. But in Advanced Warfare, a lot of times you felt like you were getting killed by the same person over and over and over again. Now, every time you check your kill cam, it would be the same guy, or it would appear to be the same guy. And if you were shooting yourself at the enemies, you also realize that one of the 6 enemies just wouldn't die. It's always the same people. You put a ton of bullets in them and they never die. And if you go on a 30 kill streak yourself, you would have 35% of your kills on the same individual. So there's definitely something up with that. And the revenge problem, that's the fact that people who just killed 2 seconds ago, they just spawn in your direct vicinity. So you shoot them and bang, they're there again. So this is actually a sort of last stand, if you put it like this. The DLC maps, they were also not that amazing, as were the graphics as a whole. So if I have to choose between Advanced Warfare and Ghost, I'm sorry guys, but I'm going for Ghost. I can play Advanced Warfare for 1 hour, 2 hours at most, but this game, it makes me rage. Hope you enjoyed the clip, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like and to subscribe to the channel. Peace.